Ladies and gentlemen, how are we doing this evening? I hope everybody had a great day like always. Salute to everybody in the chat. Breaking news, Savannah Guthrie has upped the ransom to $1 million. Yep, $1 million. Anybody with any information about Nancy's whereabouts will become $1,100,000 richer. That's a lot of money.
Alright, motherfucker, listen up. This is for the fucking homies steady giving no fucks. If you wanna join the party, put your middle fingers up, and when the music fucking hits, you better jump.
What's up, y'all? How y'all doing today? I hope y'all have had a great day. I really, truly do. Look, $1 million plus the 100,000 that the feds are offering, that's a lot of money, yo. That's a lot of money. Why hasn't Savannah done this earlier? I don't know. Let's go ahead and get a roll call, and we'll get to the content. That's what we'll do. What is good, Stacy? How are you, Stacy? Good to see you, Miss January. What's up on the road with Nana and Papa? What's up, Papa? What's up? Salute to you, big man. What's up, Hank Bridges? Hello, Ellen. How are you doing? Miss 1985, how are you? Salute to you. Leesky! What up, Leesky? Angela Sparks in the building. Hillbilly in the house. Texas Yvette in the building.
Aggressive defiance reacts. Aggressive as fuck.
That's right. Florida Life in the Sun. How are you? Good to see y'all in here, man. Good to see y'all. Okay, we got CG. What's up, CG? CG Hanan. All right. We got 1985 in the building. I think I already said that one. Okay. We got Wanda. What's up, Wanda? Good to see you. What's up, Chris? Good to see you, buddy. Good to see all y'all. TT's. Time out. TT's in the building, y'all. Earth Angel. How are you, Earth? You already know, Chickie. You already know. Catco. Hello there, Catco. How are you doing? I hope y'all had a good day. What's up, pretty bird? How was your day? Kim is the brat. That's what's up, Kim. What's good, Kim? Della Lane. How you doing, Della? She's got a porn star name. It just reminds me of a porn star name. I don't know why. Pretty bird. What's up, Bambi? We're doing good. How are you doing? Hopefully great. Lily. What's up, Lily? Lily. Man, we got a good night ahead of us. What's up, Carol? How you doing from Scotland? Nice. Courtney. What's up, Courtney Reed? How the hell are y'all, man? Get in that chat. Tell me you're here. I want to know. What's up, brownies? Hello. Brownie's in the building. Bobby in the building. What's up, Burwind? Christy Dye in the building. Betty Davis Eyes. What's up, mama? How are you? Woo! Stacy in the house. Stacy in the house. Josie. What's up, Josie? How are you? Man, we got a lot of people here tonight. Good deal. Chrissy K. What up, Chrissy K? Chrissy with a K. Chrissy with a K. All right, man. That wraps it up. Sounds good to me. Let's go, y'all. I'm gonna bring up this video of Nancy's daughter. I got all this saved, so it'll be easy. Bam. Bam. And bam. Shut up. Good to see y'all, man. You guys are my day. Like, you guys are my day. This is the highlight of my day most of the time. I hate to say that, but it is. This is like the highlight of my day, is coming here to hang out with y'all.
A desperate plea today from Savannah Guthrie, and also new questions on whether or not the suspect cased her mother Nancy's home before the night she was taken. The Today Show anchor offering up a family reward now of $1 million. So our senior national correspondent, Brian Enton, live once again outside of Nancy's home. But today we do have some new information, Brian, to talk about.
Yeah, this is big, the $1 million reward offered by Savannah Guthrie. We've actually learned, Connell, that this is something that she wanted to do initially. She wanted to really, right when this whole thing started, put up a reward like this, but was apparently...
Didn't we ask that? Didn't I ask that? Hello, Melissa. DMJ, what's good? Haven't I asked this? Haven't we all asked this? Why hasn't the reward money been put up? Why hasn't she upped the reward money? Why hasn't she given her own reward money? It was only the FBI offering $100,000. And I've been wondering, what the hell? Why isn't she offering way more money to get her mother back? Hi, Native. Like, she's got bread, y'all. Savannah has got big money. I think her net worth is like 40. Savannah Guthrie's net worth. Yeah, she's worth about $40 million. Sheriff told her not to. Is that ridiculous to you, or is that ridiculous to me? I find that ridiculous for a sheriff or an FBI agent to tell Savannah, no, hold off on it. Hold off on it. Even though you're worth $40 million, let's wait on that reward money and just see if we can catch them first. That's what it sounds like to me, and I don't get it. It's a sus video. All right, I haven't watched it all, so I'm going to see what you're talking about then. I kind of kept all of this away, so I didn't watch most of it.
Told by law enforcement not to do it because they were concerned that their tip lines would be flooded. But now that we're on day 23 and there's been no real progress, at least from what we can see in terms of arrests, she has now gone forward and offered this $1 million reward. Another big development, which is not a good development, is we're learning a little more about the DNA challenges. The sheriff has called them challenges. We've learned that the DNA that was found inside Nancy's home was only a partial sample. That's what they're calling it, according to our sources. And they're saying that it is not viable to be entered into the CODIS database. CODIS, of course, is the federal database full of
they have flubbed this whole investigation, y'all.
The DNA is not even viable enough to be put into the database, which, again, is just really, really not good news.
So now they're sending off DNA that can't even be used. They have screwed this up so bad for her. Hi, Melissa. They have screwed this up horribly, y'all. This seems so fucked up. I'm sorry to use that language. You know, I'm trying to get better, guys. If this was my mother, you wouldn't be able to stop me from offering the million. Let's have the sheriff's department investigated. How about that? While the FBI's there, let's open a sheriff investigation as well.
Connell.
No, it's not. Let's talk about that and the $1 million and other developments with Tracy Walder, News Nation contributor who joins Brian and myself right now. So, Tracy, let me play first. Actually, we showed the video of it in the background where Brian was talking what Savannah said on social media about this reward. Here she is from earlier.
We are offering a family reward of up to $1 million.
What does "of up to" mean? What does "or offering a reward up to 100 million"? What does that even mean? What does that even mean? It should say we're offering $1 million to whoever gives us information that leads to an arrest and conviction. Or it should just be an arrest, because the conviction should be left out of it, because that's not on the person that's telling. That's on the state to prosecute that person the correct way. But for any information to Nancy, they should get that 1,100,000. What does it mean up to 1 million? See, that just, you're going to have people not wanting to tell you with these kind of wordings.
For any information that leads us to her recovery.
Come here.
We also know that we are not alone
What's up, Sky?
in our loss. We know there are millions of families that have suffered with this kind of uncertainty. And for that reason today, we also are donating $500,000 to the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children.
I mean, it's nice that you donate that. It's nice. But why now? Why now are you donating to charity? Didn't before, as far as I know. They didn't before. I don't know why you would, like.
So, Tracy, one of the things Brian just told us is that, Savannah wanted to do this earlier. Instead, it happens today. Your thoughts on timing?
Well, I'm not surprised, Connell, that she wanted to do that initially. I think anyone would want to in her situation. What I think happened, and it goes back to really the ransoms that, they had early on, especially sort of the first, I guess, 3, if you will, with the Bitcoin accounts. I do think the FBI was taking them seriously before they could obviously discredit them, which it seems like they have now. And so that took about 10 days to do. And they were probably wanting her to hold off on a significant reward until they could flesh those out and perhaps get any leads from them.
So does that tell us that they still have nothing? Does that tell us right there? All you're telling the dude that did this, or the people that did this, is that we don't have shit, man. We don't got nothing. And also, be aware, I'm saying this to everybody in the chat, so I have my people aware. Shout out to Elizabeth with that $2 drop, baby. Much appreciate, Elizabeth. Let's get that goal moving, baby. Cause that's what I'm talking about, baby.
Money! Yeah, baby, yeah!
Okay, back to what I was telling you. Be aware and be vigilant of people calling your house. There is a scam going around where people are telling people on the phone that they have their family members kidnapped and that they want 50 grand. Swear to God, this is a scam going on. I was watching a channel called The Real Bell Life Vlogs, and it happened to his wife. Yeah. What they do is they go on and get AI and they learn anything they can about you real quick. So they start to call your family and tell them that you're captive by the Mexican cartel. This is very, very true. Shout out to our new member, Melissa, in the chat. Thank you for becoming a member, Melissa. How awesome of you. We got a new member. We got a new member. We got a new member. Yeah, We got a new member. Welcome to the members. Yeah, they'll use your AI voice. Yeah. They're using AI to get your voice. And then they're having you scream in the background. They're having your AI voice screaming in the background. And it sounds like you, but it really isn't you. Yeah, they can't kidnap anybody for no ransom with me. Nope. They would just pass away because I don't have no money. Not right now. I'm too poor to get kidnapped. Yeah, me too. But that's what's going on. That is what's happening. It was on the Real Bell Life vlogs. Maybe we'll watch it when I get through with this.
So that's probably why this came a bit later, is because they had to go through all of that first.
You know, the other thing, Brian, I wanted to touch on with you, in addition to the DNA, which you
Hi,
already mentioned,
Kimmy!
is the potential for this guy to have been there earlier, cased in the house. So if you look at the telestrator that I have now, these three photos from the surveillance video, we're familiar with the two on the right with the gun in the holster, but then there have been the questions raised about the one over here on the...
It's the same guy. It's the same guy. It just looks like, and he still has that black thing going across. So I think that's part of the jacket. But that, I believe, is the same guy. Same dressed up and everything. What do you know about our FBI director at the Olympics getting drunk with the fucking hockey team? What the fuck, man? Like, that's crazy.
Left, right, with the guy that doesn't look like he's got a backpack, no gun. And what are we learning about this? What's the sheriff saying about this?
Yeah, we had questions about it really from the beginning.
So creepy, y'all. So creepy that people just lurking. That just gives me the heebie-jeebies, y'all. Like, that anytime somebody could just be lurking around your house and you not know it. It just gives me the heebie-jeebies. What's up, Susan? Yes, you are right. I know someone that got a call like that saying it was their granddaughter. Creepy and crazy. Yeah, it's going around. Yeah, fuck Cash. He's a piece of shit.
Because why would he be wearing the backpack in one on the right side of your screen and then no backpack on the left? And it turns out, according to our sources, the reason is because the pictures are from different days, which is really, really significant, Connell, because that means, and the one on the left, I am told, is from a previous day.
And the sources are now saying that they can't. Oh, man, oh, man, oh, man. I'll tell you what. He's dressed the exact same way. The exact same way, just without the backpack. Yeah, dogs are good deterrents.
Which means that this suspect could have been casing the house. That there was really some planning that went into this. Now the sheriff has pushed back on this and said it's just speculation that the photos are from different days. But you know, we stand by our reporting, and we are told that they are definitely from different days. And what's interesting too is that you might remember this: the FBI agents were specifically asking neighbors if they had video from February 11th. Kept zeroing in. I'm sorry, from January 11th.
So what would make sense of January 11th? What do they know about the 11th that we don't know? You know what I mean? What do they know about the January 11th that we don't know? They're obviously not telling us something, right?
January 11th kept zeroing in on that day, which was weeks before Nancy Guthrie went missing. So perhaps that's the day, you know, that this other photo came from.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe.
Ooh-wee. I can't stand that guy, Cuomo. I cannot stand him, man. Just a fucking loser. All right, here. Let's see. Didn't someone search Savannah on January 11th? I'm not sure. I've lost the timeline 100 times, Sky. Like I've had the timeline in my head, and then it's things change, and it's so weird. I think on the 11th was the photo and Google search of her address. Oh, okay. Okay. Hi, Brandy. Okay. Okay.
Message from Savannah Guthrie.
Hi there. I'm coming on to say it is day 24 since our mom was taken in the dark of night from her bed.
Creepy, man.
And every hour and minute and second and every long night has been agony since then of worrying about her and fearing for her and aching for her. And most of all, just missing her.
Yeah,
Just
I bet,
missing her.
dude.
We know that millions of you have been praying. So many people have been praying.
Yeah, how do they know it? Maybe she was taken from her bed. They didn't wake her up. We need to know these things, man. I should get a calendar, Amy. Never that. What's up, Katarina from Sweden, baby? With those shekels, I appreciate you, baby girl. Let's go.
Right now, 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 right now.
Have every faith and no faith at all, praying for her return, and we feel those prayers. Please keep praying without ceasing. We still believe. We still believe in a miracle. We still believe that she can
I
come
have
home.
hope, but I don't believe. Hi, Lily.
Hope against hope. As my sister says, we are blowing on the embers of hope. We also know that she may be lost. She may already be gone. She may have already gone home to the Lord that she loves and is dancing in heaven with her mom and her.
How is she able to say this stuff? What's up, Nana? Dude, if this was my mom, I wouldn't even been able to get that sentence out. Well, she's an actor. That's why a lot of this seems. She's an actor, so she's an actor. So, like, let's not forget about that either. If I was up here trying to give you a message like this, I would have broke down. Hi, Beth. Get it cracking. Yeah, I would have broke down. Especially when she said she may have already went to be home with the Lord. I wouldn't even have been able to get that sentence out. I would have broke. I would have broke. Maybe she's just teared out, man. There's that happens. That's a real thing when you just cannot cry anymore. Some people start to laugh when they're all out of tears.
Her dad, and with her beloved brother Pierce, and with our daddy. And if this is what is to be, then we will accept it. But we need to know where she is.
Of course.
We need her to come home. For that reason, we are offering a family reward of up to $1 million.
It's a lot of money, guys.
For any information that.
How many of y'all think that's a lot of damn money, y'all? How many of you think that somebody's gonna tell now? How many of you think that somebody's gonna come out and tell now? Yeah, she's probably on some Xannies or some Valiums. I can see that. I could understand. I mean, I'm not gonna like say anything about it because I just don't know how I would act if my mother was gone. I don't. I would be tore up. I mean, my mother is gone, but she passed away from cancer. But you know,
It leads us to her recovery.
just the recovery.
All
You
of
hear
the
that?
information about this reward and the details is in the caption below. You can call the 1-800-TIP line. You can be anonymous if you want.
Not to get that million, you
Someone
can't.
out there knows something that can bring her home. Somebody knows. And we are begging you to please come forward now.
So if you're an accomplice, I'm wondering this. If you're an accomplice, would you get off if you told? I'm wondering. Let's say you're just a person involved in this and you decided to come out and tell because it was eating you alive. That's another thing. What's going on with these people's consciousness, man? They don't have any conscience. Like conscience, man, would eat me alive.
We also know that we are not alone in our loss. We know there are millions of families that have suffered with this kind of uncertainty. And for that reason today, we also are donating $500,000 to the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children.
What's that going to be used to help, though? How's that going to help? I want to know how it's going to help. Because it sounds just like another nonprofit organization to me. And you guys know how I feel about most of those. Thank you, Brooks and Gardens. I appreciate you, darling. Thank you so much for donating to AD. Making them mad. Making them mad.
Right now, 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 right now.
Oh, no doubt. No doubt. What's up, Cuddle? Didn't see you yet.
For their work in helping families who are coping with loss and actively looking for those who are lost. We are hoping that the attention that has been given to our mom and our family will extend to all the families like ours who are in need.
Possible.
And need prayers.
Possible.
And need support.
No, I just haven't seen you.
So please, if you hear this message, if you've been waiting and you haven't been sure, let this be your sign to please come forward, tell what you know, and help us bring our beloved mom home so that we can either celebrate a glorious, miraculous homecoming or celebrate the beautiful, brave, and courageous and noble life that she has lived.
I know. I'm joking too.
Please be the light in the dark. Thank you.
Wow. Do you think this person's even watching? Shout out to my homegirl, Earth Angel, for a $10 donation. She said, for all your hard work, love you, bro, always. I so appreciate y'all, man. Thank you, Earth Angel. You already know.
Right now, 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 right now.
This is how we do it. This is how we do it. Sha-na-na-na-na-na-na.
Our Nancy Lou back there in Tucson. We just listened to that together for the first time. Nancy Lou, that was just absolutely heart-wrenching and very powerful. Asking for anybody like, now is your moment. This is it. What did you make of the words and the reward that was offered, and also a reward for other missing families who are dealing with unbearable loss as well?
Yeah, it's just heart-wrenching to see and hear, and you just feel that pain.
Yeah, I didn't get that. I don't get that at all, Susan. Oh, we got a member of the month. Member of the month.
Right now, 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 right now.
Keep pushing, Papa. Keep pushing.
That they are going through, but a $1 million family reward.
Why would she go and give money to a nonprofit that she didn't give before, obviously, and specifically for exploited children and shit? You know what I say? If you're going to give money to donate 501c3s and things like that, don't go for the biggest ones. Don't. They get enough money. Go to the ones that are actually boots on the ground and really putting in that work. Just not accepting phone calls and saying they're doing something. I'm not saying I'm calling them out or anything for like National Exploited Children or anything, but that's a huge organization. And I'm sure they didn't need her 500 grand. Some smaller organization could have used that much more. That's how I've always felt. And it's not just with this, it's with almost all of them. You know, it's just what it is. Like giving National Suicide Prevention Hotline, them people, I wouldn't give them shit. But you know what? I would find a place in my town that fights for people that have suicide prevention, and I would give to them that, because I know that 500 grand is going to help them get better at what they're doing.
It's remarkable, and hopefully that does bring the information that can, crack this case. And sadly, she also acknowledged that Nancy Guthrie may already be gone home to heaven, but they need to know where she is.
Thank you for watching.
Yeah, man, all they have to do is simply drop a note like they've been doing. Just say, hey, here's where she's at. See you guys later. I bet that whoever broke in there, if it was to get money, they feel stupid now. They feel dumb as fuck. No trespassing sign at Nancy's. Yep. I kind of think something's fishy too, but I can't put my finger on it. Yeah, she does true crime stories. Nancy does. I can only take Nancy for a little bit. She's good. Don't get me wrong. I think so too, good God, Gertie. That's exactly what I think. When that happened, I don't know. But I have to believe it was really early on. I think all those ransom letters and all that shit's fake as fuck. That shit is fake as fuck. Maybe the first two were real just to, put the police off. Because if you think you're looking for a living person and you're actually just dumped the dead body, then, yeah, you got to watch 501c3s. If I ever started one, it would be to help the homeless. That's what I would want to do. Help the people who are homeless, man. Especially people that have mental health illness that's undiagnosed. People that are veterans. Those would be my top list. They had people walking all over the crime scene. They've already cleaned the pool. Like, who else know? Like, they had people digging in the yard, smelling the stick that they used to dig with. If you dig a hole for a body, there's going to be something left that shows that you dug a hole. And I hate to tell you, most men or women aren't going to dig a 6 foot deep hole. Ain't going to happen. Just isn't going to happen. 6 foot's deep if you're digging by hand, for sure. And I think that's how far you got to get them down because they stink. The body starts to stink. Into Scientology? Oh, I hope not. I hope not. I really hope not. But she went to church. So I don't know. So I don't know. So they got confusion.
John, I want to talk to you about.
So we got confusion in the timeline now. You don't think she's in the desert? Oh, you ain't digging no hole in the desert. It's going to be hard. You definitely, yeah, I forgot they're even in the desert. Where are they going to put her? I say in a lake. I would check all big bodies of water. I would. Yeah, it's hard. Digging's hard. Especially once you get so deep, it becomes fucking like rock, clay. I used to work on underground water and sewer and fiber optics when they ran them underground. And we would go pretty deep. Sewer would. But you can't dig that deep. It takes machinery. Nope. Yeah, they're not digging that hole that easy. Hell no. She's probably somewhere in a body of water, maybe, or in a shallow grave. I don't even see people that kill people putting them in graves. They probably just threw her off the side of the road somewhere and nobody's found her yet. That's the sad part of it. You can go out there into that desert and you can drive and drive and drive when nobody's around. Nobody. Open the car door or open the trunk, throw her out or drag her off into the desert a little bit. I mean, these people, whoever did this, is scary good at it. These people are scary good at what they just did to her. And I mean, that's scary how good it went down. That is scary to think. All somebody has to do is just watch how this guy got away with it and copycat him. Because, I mean, if you don't leave evidence, there's nothing they could do. You're fully covered. I mean, as long as you don't take none of that off, dude, you could get away with murder, and this is what they're doing. You just think she's out there? I think the question is how long, though. I think pretty early on this happened. Maybe even the night she was taken, because she was bleeding. And thinking of an 84-year-old woman bleeding, that ain't good, man. Yeah, you're right, Lee. I hate having this much evil in the world. And these kind of people are evil, man. Evil. There's no other level to it, dude. It's just plain right evil. If you could do this to a person, just like you're a person, and you could do this to another person, you have to have so much hate in your heart where evil takes over. And I still couldn't do it to a fucking 84-year-old woman, dude. There's honor amongst thieves. And you don't get no points from kidnapping and torturing a fucking 84-year-old woman, dude. You don't get no points. You're not cool.
About the Nancy Guthrie case, because we are now in day 24 of the search for her. And a source with knowledge of this investigation now says that images from that Nest camera that were released were actually taken on separate dates.
We know
and
that.
The Pima County Sheriff's Office responded. They did not confirm nor deny this report. This is their exact quote. They say, there is no date or timestamp associated with these images. Therefore, any suggestion that the photographs were taken on different days is purely speculative.
What the fuck, bro? Nanos, shut the up, okay? Please just shut up. You don't even have to do this. He don't even have to do that. He's just supposed to let the world work. Let the internet work. Let things flow. He don't have to jump out and say, there is no date or timestamp associated with those images, so therefore any suggestion that they were on different days is purely speculation. Well, no, duh. You don't have to tell us. He he ain't talked to he ain't talked to the people in almost 3 weeks. He hasn't even released statements, and these are the statements he has been given. That ain't true. That's just speculative. It's like, come on, man, when you want all this info, when you going to start putting this shit together?
So pushing back on that reporting, what does this mean, and how should we process this information about the possibility that these
he needs to
images
shut up
that we've seen are not on one day, but 2 separate occasions?
He's in on it?
Well, Carly, since day one, I've been saying that the way that they were able to recover these images is through these data points. It's not like camera rolling like we would be used to in terms of a recording. These are images that they put together based on this data that they received from the camera. And I've said since day one, there's no timestamp on these. So how are we sure that these were on that date if they're just putting together these data points? So it does appear in these videos that this person does have backpack in one photo, no backpack in another. Does that mean it was removed? Does that mean it was put on? Does that mean these are different days?
Oh, it was definitely put on.
No. And the fact that the sheriff's office continues to put out these
and the thing to me is why if this dude was so good at what he's doing, why did he use a bush to get the fucking camera down? Like, when you could have easily brung a screwdriver and just popped it off the fucking wall. Why would you use brush? Like, that's another thing that makes me think he just kind of stumbled upon this house to do this. You know, people get on drugs, man. They do things way out of the ordinary. I'm doing good, Beth. I'm doing great. I get to return to work March 9th if everything's going well. Yeah, I think he may have just stumbled up on this because you're picking up a bush. Well, he took it because I think he took the camera down because that's where he pulled her out of. And he, of course, didn't want that all over the camera. I don't know. Maybe because you could still hear it. I don't know. Ripping it down. If she would have had a subscription, we would have had the whole video. But she didn't have a subscription.
Contradictory statements where we get one minute it's two things, 1 minute we don't know, 1 minute we can't speculate. All this continues to do is question the integrity of this investigation, and they continue to do it, and I'm not sure why.
And really quickly, because we are running out of time, but if this does show 2 different days, that would be casing her house at a level of premeditation. When it comes to the legal aspect of that, does that elevate the charges involved here?
I don't know if it elevates the charges. It will depend on what the charges are, but there's definitely, if it is different days, you're right. It is premeditation. There is
So if she's still alive, they got a chance of not murder. You still have a chance to not go to jail for the rest of your life if she happens to be still alive. But if you get caught for this and she's dead, they're going to put you to the fucking electric chair, yo. You're going to the death penalty for this when they catch you. If she dies. But if she's not dead, you still have a chance to not go to prison for the rest of your life. Think about that one.
situation where they must have been, watching her, which would make sense because they happen to know what time she got home that day. So we'll see what happens here. We're just continuing to hope she is returned one way or another.
Thinks that she's saying that the person knew they've been following her. I don't know, because they used the damn, like, if they were following her, they know it would look a little more calculated. You know what I mean? I think if this was planned and it was thought out and they were stalking her, I think when they walk up to the door, it's going to be a little more calculated than that. He kind of just walks up like, he's going on about his day. It's not like, okay, I got to get up here. I'm going right to the camera. I'm going right to here. No, he kind of looks around, looks for a brush, picks up brush, fucking sticks it over the camera. I don't think this was targeted. I don't. I don't think that was targeted at all. If it was, he was hired, and he's not very good.
Continuing to hope and continuing to question. Donna, thank you so much for joining us.
I'm Steve Doocy.
I'm Brian.
Shout out to the media, man. I hope all YouTubers stay on this and just keep, because I think that's what the $1 million reward was offered for. The people of the public are asking these questions. Why hasn't she offered money? I asked that day one. When I started covering it, it was like day 13, I think, day 12 or something. I asked from the get-go, why hasn't Savannah Guthrie just offered $1 million to whoever it is? That's a lot of money, y'all. That's a whole different trip to think about the sheriff doing it. That's a whole different trip there. Hold on, folks. My girl Lee in the chat, go by Leanne. Y'all know who she is. She dropped me off another famous 420 drop. She says, "You know I had to. Love ya. Love you too, Lee. Appreciate you."
Right now, 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 right now.
I appreciate you. Appreciate you. All right, man. Let's go see what this guy's got to say. I like this guy right here. I follow him a lot. His name's Joe Pags. Okay. I'm going to put up something on the screen, but we'll still be able to definitely watch. Let me put this up. Hold on. Damn it. Jesus. Reset. Yeah, Savannah's got big bread.
Amateurs group. You don't kidnap an 84-year-old woman. Not to mention if the cartel was released, that were, but I would say less likely than not. I don't think the cartels have her because
no, I don't either.
Red flags leading up to this investigation. Numerous red flags were lighting off that, if this were a cartel kidnapping, which it's possible, like you said, it's possible.
Yeah.
But I say unlikely because listen, and I said this before the video was released, that these were amateurs. These were amateurs group. You don't kidnap an 84-year-old woman. Not to mention, if the cartel wanted to send a message to Savannah Guthrie, they'd be kidnapping her sister, who could have a longer lifespan, a longer holding. If they really did want to hold her for ransom. That's why I don't think that they went after this grandmother, knowingly. I think that this was somebody from her secondary circle, someone who knew her, target of opportunity, that possibly didn't even know that she was Savannah Guthrie's mom, and then just realized, I bit off more than I could chew. And then when the video was released, you saw the amateurish, weapon in the backpack. I mean, just.
Yeah, this is Joe Pags. Here's his channel if you guys want to know. He's an older guy. He's the guy on the screen. on the left, just so y'all know, he is there. He talks to like FBI agents, and this guy's a retired FBI agent, so he's put his work in.
Distinctive clothing, you know, the weapon and where it was placed, the holster where it was placed. These are not professionals. This was not an individual who knew what they were doing.
Good point. Why would he grab a stick to break the camera off? You should have come with a fucking screwdriver if you were there to do it right? Because all you had to do is stick a screwdriver behind it and pop. That motherfucker's off there. I don't care which camera you have. I'll pop your Ring camera off quick. They got one that you can buy a cage that goes over them. That's true. They got them now. But he used a stick. And plus, like, they just probably, like, this is crazy, dude, how stupid this person could have been, bro.
They were inside the house for 41 minutes. If this really was a home invasion, you know, and turned into a kidnapping, they were there for 41 minutes. Home invasion is done in minutes. If this were a kidnapping for ransom.
Yeah. Why would you break in if you're there for Nancy and this is a kidnapping and I'm hired to get you? I'm not hired to stay 40 minutes. Yeah, screwdriver for sure. You got a fucking backpack on full of stuff. Why not have a screwdriver in your back pocket? This is not the smartest person. Yeah, he's not the most brightest. He was smart enough to cover himself up good. What other mistakes? I don't know that he's done, you know, because I truly believe that the FBI and the sheriff department isn't telling us all they have. I do. I believe they've got way more. I don't know. Florida. Yeah, if it's a home invasion, you're snatching her and going, though, right? Well, those things are done on a subscription-based thing. You know what I mean? So it just keeps applying to your card. Maybe she could have switched cards, closed that account, you know, just forget. Hell, I forgot. I had to fucking pay my gas bill last month. I was almost late. I caught it on the day it was due. Got to pay my damn gas bill. I was like, damn. But that's how it happens. That's the only way I can think is like let it run out. And then just didn't re-up the auto pay on it. I hate that everything's auto pay now too.
They would have been in and out in minutes, but they were there for 41 minutes. There's countless number of questions that no one can answer right now. And I don't think that the cartel has them, but it can't be discounted until we have a good solid lead in figuring out who it is.
You know, it's all very interesting because, I want to hone in on one thing that you said, and I've been talking about this on my show recently too. The way the guy carried the gun. Now, I'm not familiar with carrying a gun like that. You carried a gun for your living. I carry a gun all the time now. I'm in Texas. You have to. It's just what we do. But I would never carry the gun like he did. But then somebody who was also, I think, former FBI said, we call that a Mexican carry. So is that literally?
Ooh. I did see holsters that are for your belly, but they go for a concealed carry. I have never seen somebody put a holster like that on the outside of their belly, right? I've seen the belly fucking slide in, like concealed carry where it's under your shirt and shit. I've seen those, but never a big revolver, like any of that. It's Mexican carry. Well, look how close they are to the border.
Really, would cartel members carry the gun in front of their business like that?
No.
I mean, I guess it's accessible, but it just seems so weird to have it where he had it. For those who are listening on the radio, he had it in front of his pants, almost in front of his area. I mean, it would be easy access, but it just seemed very flimsy where it was.
Well, you have people who do what's called appendix carry, which literally is putting it inside the waistband.
Yes, inside the waistband. but you're concealing it.
Almost like 1 or 2 inches away from your private area. This was a holster. It appeared to be a full-sized weapon. So not like a Glock miniature or a SIG miniature, which would be utilized normally as an appendix carry. This was a full-size weapon directly in front of his private area. So I don't believe that this is an individual with law enforcement training, military training, or regular weapons training. Again, so that would discount the possibility of this being cartel. Obviously, we know cartel members carry weapons as frequently. Yeah. So is this possible? Again, anything is possible, but because we don't have a solid suspect. But I just say
I don't think the cartel has her. Why would the cartel want to cause that much problem in America? Right? We just flew over and took the president of Venezuela out of his sleep, and nobody could do nothing about it. Like, why would the cartel want to start something that big over her? I don't see it. I don't see it. Because the cartel knows if they do this, there's a chance Trump is going to come get her. You know what I mean? I don't think so. I don't think so. Now, maybe a member of the cartel just didn't do it cartel-wide, you know, the way of the cartel. I don't know. Yeah, it's too deep for the cartel. They don't. What would they do with an 84-year-old woman, bro? Plus, you're starting all kinds of shit when things are going okay for you. You know what I mean? Like, they don't want that drama.
Likely that it is somebody who is a professional kidnapper, a professional organization. I think this guy's an amateur. I think they just saw a target of opportunity. They wanted to take advantage of a little old woman, and they thought they would have a payday. And you know, they've made a mistake.
Retired FBI supervisory special agent.
That's so sad, man. Every time I think about it, my heart breaks, man, because I'll get this flash of this woman probably being told what to do, you know, getting cracked in the face with a pistol, probably. She left bleeding. Like, there's no way she could even stood up to this guy. Not that guy, anyway. That came walking up on her porch. He was bigger than her easily. No, you're right, Beth. That's why I'm kind of trying to understand why she was left to live there alone like that. Like, nobody was there to like caregive for her. I know Annie lived a few blocks or a mile, 2 miles away or whatever. I don't even know. It was close. But like at that age, you need somebody there. Sad. It's sad, chat.
Dan Brunner. Dan,
it's sad, chat. That's fucking loud.
Appreciate the time and the access. I don't want to say Mexico did it or has her, but I want to exclude Mexico. It jumps out at me when they do the DNA that the guy's not in CODIS. And I'm guessing Mexican cartel members are not in CODIS either. Right. That's why I keep saying, look, you're an hour from the border.
Yep.
And the one guy...
I very well could be a border jumper. It very well could be. Now, whatever race or color or creed he is or she is, I don't know. But it very well could be a border jumper, because what's the chances of them having their DNA in the system? 0 to none. Right? That's what I thought from the get. Well, he must be maybe a border jumper. But I don't know. She had a caretaker, but nobody was talking except neighbors. They knew she did it. She had a caretaker or has a caretaker. Yeah, they were in there with her for 41 minutes. Yeah, they probably lose sight of what's going on. Yeah, dogs are great deterrents. Even the little dogs are, man. Because if all you need to do is get a dog barking and that alerts you, that's great. You know, even a little dog can be a big asset to keeping home protection. Because if I walk up on the house at 3 in the morning and a fucking dog starts yapping, I'm up out of there. I'm not sticking around to kick the door in or try to get in. That motherfucker will stay. I'm not fucking breaking in that house. I don't understand. That's Elizabeth. That's how I kind of feel like something went wrong and they didn't know what to do. That's how I feel. And they conjured up a plan in 41 minutes. I think somebody went in the back or another way in, did what they did to Nancy, and then that person came up and took that shit off the camera. I doubt this one person took her. Unless he went and got something to drag her out with. But you'd think there would be drag marks from the blood. There was none. It was straight down. Yeah, little yappers are good, man.
They detained for like 7 hours was 12 miles from the border. And I guess through pinging his location through geo-tracking on his phone, they knew that he was delivering packages in that area. Not that he did anything wrong, but again, there seems to be some vectoring with Mexico. Does that jump out at you as a former FBI guy that the DNA isn't in CODIS? But one would assume, do you think this is his first rodeo? I mean, I would think this guy, the way he's dressed and he's covered head to toe and he might have 2 masks on, and he's got tape around his wrists. And
yeah, I noticed that too, but I didn't know. He said it. Taped his wrists up. Smart man, dude. This dude knew he was coming. I think he knew Nancy was in there. I do. I don't think he fumbled up, man. I'm not believing anything about race. I don't. Because there's all kinds of people coming across our border. It's not just Mexicans, guys. Not at all. It's not just Mexicans. Hell no. There's probably more El Salvadorians crossing the border right now than Mexicans. Well, back when Biden was in office. Believe it or not, Mexico has been taking leaps and bounds to try to make their country a lot better. And in some places, if you really look into it, it's showing. They got to find a way to get the drug cartels out of there. And that's a huge problem. I don't know, Brandy. I don't know. Yeah, I'm not feeding that shit. This guy's not mainstream.
It looked like either he planned it for a really long time and has never done anything wrong before, or maybe he's a bad guy from somewhere else.
Again, and I hate to harp on this and saying we don't know anything, but you're right. I think a lot of the point of what he was wearing is, to me, in my opinion, he wore a very distinctive backpack. You know, he wore a very distinctive shirt.
Right.
Things that could be identifiable. A professional criminal is going to be wearing. You wouldn't do that. Something that could be identified. And here's one of the
he wasn't really wearing too much identifiable shit. Come on.
Things that was a disadvantage to this investigation. I believe that the video the video was released too soon. So whoever released it at FBI leadership, because I know the case agents on the ground did not want this released, but they released it the day it was recovered from the servers.
Bad move to say, hey, we got you, but we don't know who you are yet, but we're gonna come get you. We have video evidence of you. That might have been when they. Khakis is normal in the desert, believe it or not. That brown style khaki. Yeah, I mean, nothing that he had on was identifiable except for that backpack. Like damn, man. I am all over the place with this. And that's why I'm still covering it, because I want to see an end to this so badly.
That would, cause a severe damage to the investigation.
I got to stop you. Dan, you're the first person I've heard say that. That's amazing. Many people thought they released it, they waited too long to release it, and that they have more video that they should release. Start from the beginning. Why was it bad that they released this when they did?
Well, when you get an investigation, I've been involved in numerous fugitive investigations. I captured a 10 most wanted in New Jersey. I want all the intelligence at my hands to be dissected, to be broken down, to really look at it before I give it up into the public sphere. I don't want the bad guys to know of all the information I know. We as a public want to know everything. We want to know what's going on, but we don't need to know. That's the most important part. The investigators needed to have time to really dissect it.
Khakis aren't odd. It isn't. I mean, wearing some Dockers out there might be. If those are Dockers, that's probably a little odd to go on a kidnapping wearing some Dockers. I think that's what she was trying to say. But like khakis, like Dickies and stuff like that, that's what's worn out there. Yeah, there's backpacks everywhere. You're right about that. He's on the radio, Earth Angel. He's got a real popular radio show.
Look at how tall he was, where the backpack was purchased, where this was. And for them to discreetly approach these companies and say, listen, do you have someone with this backpack and this shirt? And not to do it in the public sphere, on the social media sphere. By doing this, you've allowed the individual to not only know that they are aware of his identity, that they've got video of him, but most importantly, he's able to discard
that dude, whoever did it, is probably sitting there going, damn it, I ripped the video camera down. Damn it, they got the video of me. Damn it. You know he's fucking upset. You know he was pacing the floor then when that got released. Because he probably didn't think that was coming out. Remember, it was days and days before they ever got that footage. He was probably sitting back with his feet up. Like, yeah, but then when that camera footage drops, ooh-wee, I bet he started pacing the floors, walking back and forth, fucking like, damn it, man. Damn it, man. I bet whoever it is pacing like a motherfucker right now. Yep. I don't think they're going to find DNA from this person. That's not going to be what's doing it. I think that $1 million reward might change things, though. Because I'm telling you now, if I go to kidnap this woman with my homeboy and we're going for $6 million, right? And we flub up and they're not giving us the money, I'm telling on my homeboy for $1 million. Bet your ass.
All of that physical evidence, that backpack, the shirt, he's
now
destroyed it.
That $1 million, man.
And that's exactly what a U.S. attorney from the Department of Justice wants to have in court when that individual is taken into custody. They want to be able to conduct a search warrant at somebody's house that they've been surveilling for a couple of days now to identify this individual, search the house, find the backpack, find the shirt, find the glove, and then they can present that into court. By releasing that video the day it was released, and I'm suspecting that it came from the top, from Kash Patel, that he wanted this in the social media sphere.
Yeah.
I guarantee you, every single case agent on the ground, every single member of CAS, this cellular analysis team, everyone said, no, please don't release it. We need to analyze this. We need to break it down. We need to understand it. And then once that is squeezed for everything that it can be squeezed for, all the evidence, all the descriptions, all the physical, where it was purchased, everything is squeezed down, and then no additional leads.
Hopefully,
then you can present that to the media, to the media, to the world. We don't need to know. We want.
Yeah, who all thinks they fucked up? I want to see evidence. I want more to come out. That way, people can try to tie it. But like, yeah, that's a jacket for sure. And it's got a black strip that goes across the middle. It should be quite identifiable, really. Yeah, settle for just $1 million and tell on your homie. You're out of trouble and you got $1 million. I'm not doing any crimes with you. I don't do any crimes no more. I probably wouldn't ever do a crime like this. So I'm all the way out of it when I say I would tell, but I would never even put myself in this situation. Hell to the no. I'd be too scared. I'm a pussy when it comes to that shit. I never thought it was cool to break in people's houses. You look on my criminal record and there's a burglary I had and I ended up beating it. I forced them to drop it because I didn't commit a burglary, bro. You guys are fucking idiots. I kicked the door in, but I wasn't there to break in or nothing. Well, it's confirmed today Google has access to any Google videos, photos, recordings, and locations, regardless of subscription or not. Yep. They proved that.
To know, but we don't need to know as civilians. And so it was released too early. It caused damage to the investigation because now the bad guy goes, well, they've got me on video. I better hightail it out of here. And
Great.
He could be on the other side of the planet right now.
Maybe even
if we hadn't released it, he wouldn't know that we know. He wouldn't know that we've got the idea of the backpack and the gun and all those things. And then they can conduct surveillance quietly, surveil somebody, identify a location, hit him with a search warrant. And if he's got the backpack, we've got our guy. And all of that's gone now.
Great point, Dan. Yeah, it's Dan Brunner. Go and check out BrunnerSierraGroup.com. It's his website for his group. Man, there's a lot there. So let's break that down a little bit further. You're right. He would not have known that his breaking the camera didn't work. He wouldn't know.
No, that's what I just said, dude. He wouldn't. He's probably pissed right now that camera still fucking gave. Why did they give out that? They just don't have nothing, do they? That's what I feel like. I feel like the cops and the feds don't have jack shit, and they are leaning on the public a little. Because why would you give that out? Because you are showing this person, hey, guess what? We still got you. When you could have left that under wraps. They don't have shit. The FBI is just as clueless as we are, ladies and gentlemen. The Mr. Sheriff Nanos is as dumb as we are, ladies and gentlemen. Just saying. Why would you? He thought he took the camera and they ain't gonna be able to get no footage. Yeah. He probably is worried now if that camera footage comes out because he's probably thinking, well, what else did they see? And if they drug her out that door, they probably still got, if he ripped it down, they don't have it. But damn, they got him coming up to the door, though. 2 different times.
That video, so I'm with you 100% on that. But keep in mind, I'm just a dork who watches 2-hour movies, and I see, crimes get solved in 2 hours, or even an hour if it's on network television. And with commercials, in 40 minutes, you can solve, a multiple murder situation. From my perspective as the layperson, don't you want people in Tucson and the surrounding areas to see his gait and stride, to see how he sort of?
No, it's Joe forget his name. Joe Pags. He sounds a lot like Lester Holt.
Shuffles around, to see the kind of shoes he has on. Don't you want, because those things can be indicators to those who are close. Like if you showed me a video of my wife, and covered up from head to toe, when I see her walk, I probably know it's her.
That's what I said too. Somebody knows exactly who this is by the way they walk, bro. Somebody in the area or has seen TV knows exactly the way this person walks, man. They know.
You know what I mean? So wasn't there some advantage to putting it out when they did, or you completely say, nope, they could have waited a few more days?
Yes, there is advantages to it, but the disadvantages clearly outweigh those advantages, without a doubt. The difficulty of the case team to be able to slowly analyze it, not to mention, in addition to just not being able to do this, that the Arizona division was inundated with tens of thousands of tips because it was just a general video. Yeah. If they had been given time to slowly break it down and they say, okay, we're looking for a male individual, 5'10", the 5'10" wasn't figured out until 24 hours later, 48 hours after the video was released. We're looking for an individual, 5'9" to 5'10", has a backpack of this make and model, this shirt make and model. Does this person fit the description? Like I said, to squeeze the juice for all the juice that you can get out of that video, then present it to the public, and then those 20, 30,000 leads, which every single lead has to be vetted and has to be analyzed, that 20,000 becomes less, 10,000. So not only are the case team in a working behind, because now the individual has got a lead on them. He's got the advantage now. He's holding the cards. You are inundating a case, an individual's the service people, the support.
Has that Cajun Navy guy went out there yet? Has he searching? I think we need to search bodies of water. Fuck all this land searching. It would be fucking hard to bury her. I think we need to search bodies of water. I think that she could be in a large body of water. And by large, I mean just a lake, maybe. I don't know how many lakes they got, though. It's fucking the desert.
Individuals, other case teams, other special agents, people that have been flown in with thousands of leads that they don't need to look at. You focus it, you take your time slowly. The fact is, someone at FBI headquarters, whether it be Kash Patel or somebody else, made the decision that they were going to drive the narrative via social media. You cannot run a major case investigation via social media. It doesn't work. It just doesn't work.
Daniel Brunner, Dan, I appreciate the time.
I think Kash Patel is a bad choice too, man. I think Dan Bongino was a bad choice. I think Kash Patel was a bad choice. I really, truly do. Thank you, Nana. Banana. Appreciate you. Thank you, darling. Thank you. I don't want to reset to go find that video that I play because I don't want to reset. We're stuck in this right now. I got to reset my StreamYard because it's acting stupid again. 3 lakes near Tucson. Thank you for your sleuth work. You are awesome. Thank you, Nana. I appreciate you moving that goal. Moving that goal. We're already at 4 out of 10. Damn. Appreciate y'all, man.
FBI supervisory special agent. I like Kash. I like the president. Had them both on a lot of times on the show. The president, about a day after that video came out, said we're really close. We're gonna have some sort of a solution soon. Do you think they thought they had the guy? Because for the president to say that, and I thought that he was premature in saying it, obviously, and it turns out he was. But for him to say that, somebody had to give him a wink and a nod. Hey, we got the guy. Don't worry, it's going to end soon. I mean, do you think that they preemptively thought they had the person?
Yep.
I think that they did. I think that we've seen this before, that things have been tweeted online that, oh, we have our guy. And then
they'll put you in a barrel and fill it with cement, throw you right in there, man. If nobody looks for you, then nobody will ever find you. Ever. Put you in a barrel and push it. That way it constantly rolls down the hill and it goes to the deepest. They'll never find her. Unless somebody pulls that barrel out of there someday. But I don't know.
And then that's backtracked. It happens countless times.
In the Charlie Kirk case, exactly right. In the Charlie Kirk case, they said they had the guy, and then they said, "Oh, we let him go. It wasn't the guy." Right? Go ahead.
Correct. And you cannot dictate an investigation via social media. It has to be done by the case team. Let them do it. Let them vet it out. There's a chain of command. Let them work their investigation, and then they report up. And then when they have it, now, if they want to say we have a person of interest, being questioned right now, great. That's totally fine. I have no problem with questioning 100 people, bringing them in, putting them in the box, and talking to them. I have no problem with that, and figuring out what their alibi is. But to come out and to say we have our guy, I think it's difficult because it then
a lot of
may have somebody stop phoning in a tip, which could be the tip. So I think, yes, I think it's difficult to say, to have it, to be put on social media to do it. I understand we want to know. I understand we get that. But it's just not the efficient way. It's not the best way to operate. And the FBI never has really operated that way.
Yeah, we're all
work in our darkness.
I wouldn't say I'm guessing, but I'm kind of theorizing, I think she's already gone. It's been too long, man. Nobody in their right mind or in their crazy mind would keep her this long. I hate to speak at it like that, but I'm an ex-criminal myself. So I'm just thinking with my criminal mind, I would not keep her this long. Facts, Kevin. What's up, buddy? I don't think they did good with the FBI choices Trump did. He got cash. He ain't no good. And Bongino isn't no good either. He's a damn podcaster. Let him go back to work.
We like to work in the quiet. We've got the best resources, the FBI agents on the ground, the CAS team, the evidence team. There's no one that can compare.
I haven't seen much.
Let them work their magic. Let them use their training.
Have you guys seen FBI out there? Like, where are they? They're talking all that shit about how much work they're doing. Where are they? Facts, Kev. Where are the FBI agents? I haven't seen any except for at her house that one day when they put up that little white thing around the front door. That's the last time we've seen FBI agents out there. Like, this is,
Get the guy. And once they conduct surveillance, they arrest him, and then we can make the announcement.
BrunnerSierraGroup.com is the website. It's Dan Brunner. I appreciate the time and the access. It seems clear to me that there was a camera on top of the roof. That's why they were up on the roof doing a lot of business up there. Do you think they have footage from that too? And then they wisened up and said, let's not release this because we can really track this guy down from this. Again, if it was on the roof, we know if he had somebody in the car, if there was a second person that wasn't on the ring camera or the Nest camera in the front. Do you think they have video from that camera?
Yep. I think we were lucky to get the camera from the doorbell camera, I think in general, because it wasn't recorded. She didn't have a paid subscription for the doorbell camera. And so thus there wasn't a recording on her service. So in other words, I heard it took a lot of work by the cast members, by the FBI working with Nest to go dig deep into their computers and retrieve just these few seconds of video. Now, if you look at the video, there are two portions. One where the individual is not wearing a backpack, and the other one where he's wearing a backpack.
Oh, I didn't notice that. Really? Did not see that.
If you look at it, so it seems to be mashed together with the video that was released by the FBI. It seems a little bit different. So either that he approached earlier or somewhere else. But I think that I think that most of the video would have been released, including that roof cam.
Okay.
If they, like I said, I think that it's tremendous work by the FBI cast members to recover just this clip. So to say that we could recover other videos, I mean, hopefully, maybe they're still working on it at this time, and maybe they have it.
It is Dan Brunner. Dan, let's finish up on the Guthrie case. I want to go into what happened in Mexico this past weekend in a second. Let me finish with this because nobody's given me a really good answer. I think we're kind of afraid to say why he was in the house for 41 minutes. Why do you think he was in there for so long?
That's one of the $10,000 questions, because there's so many interesting questions as to how this happened, why it happened, why the individual was in the house at 41 minutes. If you look at another question is like, if you look at the blood on the front porch. So there was when the scene was released by Pima County, a cameraman came forward and took video of the porch and of the blood droplets. If you look at it, those are blood droplets, not at a string, which means she was standing there. She was bleeding out. Whether it be from her arm, a cut on her arm, or whatever it is, her blood was going straight down. It wasn't at an angle. She wasn't being dragged.
Yeah, someone said it could have been from her nose. Okay? It probably could have done that too, yeah.
Correct, from her nose, from any orifice, right, where she was just bleeding down. It wasn't bleeding out. She wasn't getting dragged out. So I would believe.
I think they punched her or something, put her in the car, made her get in the car.
She was taken out of there under her own power, and whether she was waiting there for a vehicle to pull up and then she get put into the vehicle, I don't know. And why they were inside for 41 minutes, that's another great question as to so many of them that I have in this case. And I've been asked interviews from around the world, Australia, Canada, in England, they were fascinated with this case to find out why. And I still would love to know why.
Daniel Brunner, go and check out his website, BrunnerSierraGroup.com. He's a former FBI supervisory special agent. And she called me yesterday and said, how do we know that blood was from right when she left? Could she have gotten back home from her daughter's house and maybe had a nosebleed and was standing out front before she could open her door? Do we know how long that blood was there?
I mean,
Because
let's not bullshit, right? She was kidnapped and blood was found on the front fucking porch. Let's not bullshit, right? I'm not even going to lean to the fact that she had a bloody nose and was standing on the porch. I mean, no, I'm not even leaning to that. She got hurt, bro. Cracking a safe, copying files on computer, looking for stocks and bonds that only she knew existed, checking every room, taking nothing that would be noticed. Good point. 41 minutes, though? I could go all the way through somebody's home in 3 minutes. Yeah, they didn't see it. I think maybe they brung back some rope, probably tied her up a little bit. Did you say gummy time? Okay.
No, she was missing for 12 hours.
And you're right. Anything is possible. But I think that if she was bleeding there, she would have been bleeding inside the house.
Oh, gotcha.
There would have been a lot. There would have been a lot of blood trails or rags or tissues or things along those lines.
Good point.
To show that she moved it from the porch to in the house. So I don't know if there was blood in the house. That's something that could be that the case team could have had. But I suspect it was the other way around, that she was either cut, just leaving the house and then just just stood there waiting for a vehicle or somebody to come pick her up. But I think it was the other way around. I think it was, coming from the house.
Let's switch to Mexico. We started this conversation about the cartel and whether they could or could not have Nancy Guthrie. You don't think it's probable, but certainly possible. We'll keep on following that.
I think he hurt her. They did know, didn't they? I don't think any of them are connected to the police. And you have to pay a lot of money to have them monitored. That's way more money. For somebody sitting and be watching your cameras, that's way more money to pay out. Yeah, she would have had a caregiver if it was my mama. Definitely. 24/7.
Whatever the leads take us. But what the hell happened in Jalisco, Mexico? Suddenly the drug king, the cartel boss, is dead. Did we kill him? Did our agencies kill him? Did Mexico kill him? What happened there?
So CJ&G is the new generation Jalisco cartel. It is one of the most powerful cartels, really one of the most powerful organizations in this world. They had literally weaponry, armory, weapons, tanks, vehicles, armored. You name the kind of weapon they have it. They had people sent to the Ukraine to be trained on how to conduct drone warfare.
Oh, wow.
This is how powerful CJ&G was, moving billions of dollars worth of narcotics, weapons, human trafficking.
Yeah, I don't get it, Florida. I mean, I'm lost as to why fucking they don't have it at least to a subscription to have it recorded, right? Like having it recorded would even been worth something. I wonder if she had cameras in the house. Because like little things like my Alexa show has a camera in it. And I guarantee somebody burglarizes my home isn't going to look at that Alexa and say, there's a camera in it. Shut up. I'm not talking to you. Like I've got one of them in every room, plus my kitchen. So it's like, there's a camera everywhere. It alerts the police. Yeah. That's an alarm system. Probably what you're talking about.
Trafficking, human smuggling, all of it. They were a full criminal organization, even going into identity theft. That's how advanced CJ&G was. And their leader is El Mencho. So he was been, he's been this mythical person who supposedly died in 2022 and then resurfaced. So there's been a lot of speculation. He's one of the most wanted individuals in the world. Right. He's been sought after here in the United States. The DEA has got great case against them. So he was finally located, and I am assuming, from what I understand, utilizing U.S. intelligence. U.S. intelligence could be anything. Could be signals intelligence where they were tracking a cell phone.
Man, I just feel like this Nancy thing, man, they could find her, I hope, I don't think she's alive, though. I would want my mom's body. I would want my mother's body. And that's a good reason for $1 million. I would pay $1 million to get my mother back. I would. I'm just kind of hoping that somebody that's a family member sees how this dude walks and tells on him. Because I'm telling you, $1 million could sway a lot of opinions and a lot of thoughts and a lot of your emotions. It's $1.1 million, ain't it? It's 1.1 million. It's a lot. That's life-changing money. That's generation-changing money if you use it right. It's a lot of money, guys. Yeah, I mean, why wouldn't she just move her in with her? I know old folks, they get set in their ways. Not everything they want to move. They didn't want to move. It took my grandmother getting dementia for her to move. It did. She had a big home in the hood, and she was just, she didn't need that anymore. My mother started staying there with her to take care of her. She did end up with dementia, and we moved her out of the home. She still owned it, right? But we put her in an apartment that was secure. Like, you had to have the code to get in the door. Like, it was a secure apartment, really, really secure. But my mom stayed there and lived with her too until she passed away. That's why I decided to take care of my mother, man, because I watched her do so much for my grandmother. And I said, well, that's the way I'm going to do my mother. And I just did what I could to take care of my mama. Y'all know how it is. Y'all know how it is. I stopped my whole life. Like, I put everything on the back burner. Yeah, my grandmother wouldn't have left her home until she got that dementia. Then she was like, all right, let's move. Yeah. She was all for it with dementia. That's good. That's good. 1985. That's good. Okay, so let's see what TMZ has to say, because he says what the FBI told us. They're telling you, huh? Hey, what's up, Jupiter? Thank you for helping making that go move. Making that go move.
Yeah, baby, yeah.
Salute to you. Yeah, Jupiter, making that go move. Thank you so much, Jupiter. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I'm just kidding, y'all. Thank you, Jupiter. Here we go. Let's do this. Look at him with his pitiful self. Just made himself all part of this Nancy Guthrie case, hasn't he? He's like part of the case now, y'all. He's going to appear in court and everything. Why would you do that?
Photo of Nancy Guthrie's kidnapper taken some days before she was abducted has resulted in no leads. We have been talking with FBI sources who are telling us that
no leads.
The way they got this photo was through Google, because Nancy did not have a subscription
That's fire.
For video from Nest. They were actually able to obtain it from Google the way they did the video. But because there's no video subscription, there was no timestamp on this. So based on their
it was just given to them.
they believe
they don't know
the
if
photo could have been taken on January 11th. This is weeks before the kidnapping, but they're not sure of that. It could have been January 11th. That is an operating theory. They are not.
That's a month.
Sure
That's like half a month before going back.
We know that they have swept the area for video from neighbors, anywhere they could get it. It has resulted in no leads with respect to identifying a vehicle or a suspect. They are frustrated about this. Now, I do want to say one other thing. Kash Patel said shortly after the kidnapping that that photo was taken the day of the kidnapping. That is incorrect. We know that. It was taken before the kidnapping. But again, the operating theory, January 11th, they're not certain of that.
Wow.
Let's talk about Savannah's new video where she says the family is offering $1 million and acknowledging that it would be a miracle if her mom is still alive. We are told the FBI never told the family that the chances of finding their mom alive was slim to none. They never said anything about it. This is something that the family kind of came to terms with on their own, we're told.
Wow.
The FBI's $100,000 reward still stands. So $1.1 million is on the table right now, leading to the return of Nancy Guthrie. The FBI wants people to call it, not necessarily
Wish I had a tip.
Because you then have two law enforcement agencies.
I wish I had a tip.
Cross signals. So it's 1-800-CALL-FBI.
Oh yeah, we're
halfway to the goal, baby. Leads
How much time we got left?
They want to make it clear. Anybody who's trying to scam the Guthrie family, they will be prosecuted. The last thing, and something I think is very interesting, is I spoke with one source from the FBI. Who said the reality is this is becoming a cold case.
I'm pretty sure.
But that doesn't mean it's over. And this source was talking about something that we've seen many times, where you could have a kidnapper at a bar one night drinking and then bragging about what he or she did. You could have a girlfriend of the kidnapper at the time who then becomes an ex-girlfriend who knows information and goes to authorities, or that girlfriend could be the one to actually go to a bar, go to a store, go somewhere and either talk about it directly or insinuate something that is interesting enough to pursue. So even though this is becoming a cold case, and it is clearly one of the reasons why the Guthrie family is up the reward, that doesn't mean it's over. As what FBI source put it, it just takes that one person, and they believe it's going to happen at some point. One person,
$1 million, man.
His or her mouth.
That's a lot of money. My cousin would be gone. See ya. My son would be gone. I mean, I wouldn't let my son get away with this anyways. I would have him turn himself in and shit. If my kid ever come to me and said he did something like this, yeah, I would make him do the right thing. I would. I mean, that's just what you're supposed to do as parents, right? Do the right thing. Yeah, I don't believe those ransom letters. Maybe the first two, just to buy them some time. Came in to help search for Sebastian Rogers here in Tennessee. They were a joke. So I put, no, don't trust in them. What happened, Mags? What'd they do? Just go there for clout? Yeah, I'm taking my child right to the police. I'm gonna get what let him eat whatever he wants, have a real good meal with him, you know, maybe do something he wants to do that day. Then at the end of that day, we're going to have to take steps into that police office, you know. It's sad, but I would make sure he was pampered for the day, though. Wade Wilson's dad, yeah. There was just a rapper's dad that turned on him. And he took him to go kill somebody. He turned on him and turned his own son in. Took the stand and everything. He's even out here doing interviews and shit. You have a good evening too, Nana. You have a good evening. I hope everybody that got snowed in is doing well and you guys are warm, nestled by a fire or got some good heat on. That's what I hope for y'all. I know this impacted quite a bit of you guys. But, you know, hey, it's what Mother Nature does to us. Good old Groundhog Day screwed us, didn't it? We got so much more, how is it? 30 days more winter. Yeah, if my son come to me and was like, man, I got something on my conscience I need to tell you, Dad, I would let him know that it's the right thing to do. Come on. We need to go tell. I just hope anybody that's down there searching, they're doing the right thing. That's all we can do, Hillbilly. That's all I ever do. I try to look for the good in people. Like, let's hope they're doing the right thing. Just rain. We got a little snow here, but fuck, they got smashed on the East Coast. They got drilled. Let me check in with JLR, see what he's up to.
Photo of Nancy Guthrie's kidnapper taken some days before.
Okay, 5950. It's at the, they're there now.
Where's he going? Where's he going?
5950 Hampton. So is it just north of Rudisell? That's California.
You're going on a little road trip.
I'll be there in like 1 minute. Thank you. Bye-bye.
They kind of walk.
It's at 5950. They say it's a Hampton Inn. But he said there's nothing. He just said there's military SWAT and everything.
Well, we'll go take a look. It's probably not the
training session.
Everybody, yeah, it's probably where they're sleeping for the night. Hopefully, in a nice, secure hotel.
Where are they running for?
Welcome in.
See, I thought he was talking about this one right here.
Yeah, we're just taking what's going on there? Another tow truck.
Another tow truck. See, I thought he was talking about right here. Town place.
So they're going to a hotel.
Where's the Hampton Inn? If you search Hampton Inn, let me see.
So there's a SWAT.
No, it's right here on the right.
Should be. Watch out, here comes the lady across the street.
Hampton Inn, Oracle Road.
We're not going to Kelly Ranch today.
It's right below us.
Let's kick it with him and see if it fucking is. Let's go see. Look at those beautiful mountains, man. Awesome. Awesome.
Yeah, it sounds like an accident happened somewhere.
Okay. Dope.
Missing lots of the chat. Welcome in.
You should have went, JLR. What the hell?
Watch this.
Mr. Hans, that's a good restaurant right there. They do like the Teflon. Hampton Inn should be in the left.
Why did he turn around?
Can we get in there?
Well, you got to bust another Yui. Probably at the light. Or up
I
here.
think I could have went in there at that parking lot. No, I don't see anything jumping off here.
Yeah, I've got hope.
Shut up. Sizzler steak, yeah.
I've got hope for Nancy, but my gut feeling says that nah, we ain't gonna find her alive. My gut feeling says she's either off on the side of the road somewhere, maybe pulled out into the desert even further, or she's in the bottom of a lake somewhere with a body of water. Because that's where you put a person, because you don't want them to stink, right? And that's what's going to start happening really, really fast, too. I think they left with her alive, but now she's dead. Yeah, I think that's what's happened. I think they left with her alive. Now she's passed because they don't want to get caught. What a dumb decision. It's all, I feel it. I feel it. I feel it in my gut that they just offed her. And it was a bad decision, dudes. Bad decision. Because why would you keep somebody 24 days, man? It's almost a month. How do you keep somebody that long without nobody knowing? Nobody. How do you keep somebody 24 days without no one knowing? You can't. It's almost probably impossible. It's impossible. Unless you got her held up in a little barn or something, maybe. But then she can fucking scream and who knows? Going to get caught regardless? I hope so. Look, I'm on the right side of the law now. I did all my stupid shit when I was young. I learned from it too. And now I'm on the right side of the law. Ain't no play in my game no more. Anything going towards criminal, I go the other way. Pew, see ya. I don't even want it in my presence. She's gone. She just wants her mom back. You could keep someone on this mountain and nobody'd know? How though, bro? Like in a shed or something? Lake Havasu, yeah. Throw her in Lake Havasu. I don't see nobody digging no hole in the desert, though. I don't know, though. Yeah, the smell of her would be crazy. I'm just spitting theories. Maybe I wouldn't know how to keep somebody for 24 days, but somebody else might. My conscience would eat at me, guys. Like, we all have conscience. I guess some people don't. Some people don't have a conscience. Because there's no way you could live with yourself after doing something to this old woman, man. Imagine what you're feeling like taking her. Imagine what you're feeling like making her bleed. You're such a piece of shit. Like, how do you even continue that once you roll up and there's an old woman? Like, come on, man. My conscience would be eating me alive. They're walking demons. Facts. Facts. Ooh, demons don't feel. They are demons, man. These people need off the streets because if they'll do this to her, they'll do it to somebody else. The blood is what makes me think she didn't make it out. Well, it ain't drag. So like, if it would have been dragging blood, it would have showed like a dragging pattern. It was all just speckles. So I think she was forced into a car out the front door, probably with that gun. You can pretty much make anybody do anything if you draw a gun down on them. Especially if you smack her in the face with it one time, get her attention. These people are evil. These are dirty fucking dirt bags. I don't want these people in our country. It takes a very evil person. You're right, Billy. You guys are right. 1985. You think that maybe he came, you think that one photo, 85, could have been him breaking in and doing something to her, and then he came back with the backpack and got her up out of there with whatever he had in the backpack? Like, he could have went and got a tarp and rolled her up in that tarp, but they would have said there would have been more blood on the crime scene, right? But other than the front door, they said there was blood inside, but it could have dripped. Yeah, if they were carrying her, you're right. You're right. Yeah, these people are the boogeyman. You're so true about that. These people are the boogeyman. These are the people that make you stay up at night with bad dreams. I don't know, Twisted. I don't know why you would go into all that, removing the body and all that. Nah. Hell no. It had to have been a kidnapping targeted a little bit. Because I don't know why you break in a home because you're probably strung out and you end up fucking taking the woman. Pretty Bird, I'm gonna start covering some of this, like, missing people stuff, missing kids, because I want to help some way or somehow. And if me putting eyes to some of these cases is help, then that's what I'm probably going to try to gear my channel towards. because I feel better when I'm doing the right thing on here. I don't have to go back and forth with nobody. I'm over that shit. But I would like to use my platform to do something right. I would. Sheriff hired him. I heard that too. Yeah, they're evil people. These are the kind of people that when you were young and you had a bad dream about getting kidnapped or something. I had dreams about it. Hell, I've had them when I was an adult. Shit. You wouldn't believe the number of children that unalive themselves due to extortion. Yeah, I'm going to start putting a few eyes on it. Yeah, that'd be a good thing to do, Lily. That'd be a good thing to do. I think what would be smart is to start right here in my town, right? Start right here in my city and look into some of the people that are missing here. And with your guys' sleuth help, who knows what we could uncover? There's quite a bit just in my city. Damn. Yeah, I want to do good with this platform. I'm about overplaying on the internet with people. I am. I don't know what maybe I've grown out of it. I'll still strike back, but like I want to do something better with the platform, do something good, not just a channel, you know. This thing could actually do something with the help of y'all. We could actually do something. We could actually change something. You guys are fucking like little detectives and shit. I'm not even saying that to be funny either. I'm just saying, like, giving you your props. Like, some of you are very good. Dead serious. And with the right collective of minds, anything's possible, guys. Anything's possible. I'm sure there's big cases where you live right now of people missing. Natural detectives. I get my little detective on sometimes too. I think I should just do something good, man. Instead of like, I don't know. I stay reacting to the content, right? But just put different ones together. Yep. I hope that the Nancy Guthrie case doesn't go cold. Like, I hope that more things will run.
Oh my gosh. Where's he at? He said he's down. Here's the golf course.
There's his car probably right there. There
Is
he
that
is.
his car? He said he's searching down here with his friend. Hold on a second. Let me park here. Recall him a minute.
Aggressive angels, baby. That's what's up.
Hello, sir. Are you down there in that black car?
Yeah, I would love to focus on children. It just what makes covering like a child case so hard is that there's laws that I don't want to break, right? Like they are children, not my children either. So there are laws that I don't like want to step over, and I don't ever want to break the law to try to do, you know, some real work. But like adults, there's lots of women that are missing, guys, that probably could be found, or at least tie it together to see where she would be, or
Yeah,
he's already gone. Later. He said, "Peace."
All right, we're on first. We're gonna go to Luke's home. Luke, another shady character in this plot mix. Luke. Hey, when's Kayla's court hearing? I heard it was like Thursday, and people are also saying you can attend court hearings online. Is that true?
The court has them
I'm not sure,
but the
it just depends on how you set your channel. It depends on how that blogger or vlogger sets their channel. If they've got it set to not for kids, then I don't know. I don't know, man. I've never seen it, Alicia.
You want to go to Kayla's court hearing?
I've never seen it.
So I mean, we could go in person.
Huh. Thank you. Facts, story. What did I stop that video for? Facts.
We'll go check
Big
out
facts.
Kayla and find out if there's any mention whatsoever to Nancy Guthrie.
Yeah.
Because this is the mystery.
Adults are very easier.
Arrested
the same,
very much easier.
The night before the raid.
Yep.
We want to know about Kayla Day in this mix.
Jennifer Leather.
Wax.
All right, so right
marijuana
here
wax.
is where all the tunnels are under the tunnels. This is where the woman with her little dog.
That was the most civilized homeless place I've seen.
Right under here.
Yeah, these people actually had their place nice. Did you guys see how nice it was?
Yeah, they had carpet and everything.
You go to some different ones, and I mean, you don't even.
Well, just because you're homeless, it doesn't change who you are as a person. It shouldn't. I mean, you always want to strive to get out of being homeless, but it never should change you as who you are as a person. I don't think. I think we judge people because they're homeless. Oh, look, dude, without this, I don't know where I would have been without y'all when I got sick. And I know that. I don't know what I would have done. I don't know what would have happened. Hopefully my place would have let me stay here long enough to where I get back to work and can catch it up. You know what I mean? But I don't know. I don't know what would have happened. I truly, truly don't. Yeah, you don't see any trash or nothing on the side of the roads, do you?
Want to touch anything.
So I appreciate
They
it.
just set it up as if they're going to be there for a month, right?
We do. If you
Thank
check
you,
bags, there are
appreciate it,
some.
bro.
We got the $1 million reward.
$1 million
Abandoned
reward.
mines. That's a good
plus
point.
$500,000 to missing and exploited children. But the one thing is Savannah wanted the $1 million reward right away, and they said no.
Yeah.
That's bullshit. If that's true, that's bullshit. That's bullshit. Why wouldn't you just let her do that? We got one, bub. I got a new one. We did a PC goal. I just needed help. I didn't need the whole PC. Yeah, we're good. My new PC should be here tomorrow. I went ahead and got another laptop. Yeah, I skipped the desktop this time because I went with another laptop. Plus, because I found it on sale. And plus, I could be mobile with my gear. You know what I mean? I still like to have that little bit of mobility. But I got a nice ass laptop coming. It's sick. It's sick. Yep, supposed to be here tomorrow. Absolutely. Y'all help me with that too. Appreciate it.
I think
I just took your guys' donations and put it forth with
at
my
least
money
in that
like I
first
usually
week,
do over here.
Day 7, they should have, if after that Friday when they didn't arrest anyone, they should have just put it to $1 million.
We're at Luke's house.
I've heard I heard a lot about Amber. Amber's traveling the country right now with that dude David. She's like jumping on Greyhounds every other day. They're recording it and shit. Just little videos about her, but you know, she is definitely traveling the country. I know that. Like Amber's like traveling the country. I think she's got a warrant too. We're not checking into probation
if you include the.
I don't know for sure though.
88 crime, but it's pretty specific depending on where the tip.
Thank you, Earth.
So if it goes to.
I just think I want to do good for this channel. I want to do some good if I can, man.
What do you know, Luke?
And I may not even go with that, but
Luke.
I may go right back to who I am, laughing and having fun.
Luke, what do you know? Are you involved? Where were you? January 31st into the 1st. Luke.
Welcome in, Atina.
I don't know who Bonnie is. I've seen her drinking, but I don't think she's using drugs right now, Leanne. I don't think so. I don't think David lets her use drugs. Thank you, Earth. Thank you. We're going to keep pushing too, y'all. I'm glad y'all are riding with me. You guys are part of it all the way. I do too. I do too, Twisted. I need a cereal box calendar. Maybe I'll put a calendar up back here for y'all. You guys want me to change my background? I thought about putting up a whiteboard. And whoever donates that day, your name goes on the board, baby. And we'll fill that motherfucker up as fucking big as we can. I thought about that. Getting a big ass whiteboard. You know, the ones like you see in the classrooms? It'd have to be a big one. Good shit, Hillbilly. Yeah, I just wanted to still be able to like be mobile. Like if I wanted to do a podcast at somebody else's home or go somewhere and podcast somewhere else, I can use my laptop to do that. So, yeah, I got a new one. I got a gaming laptop, but those are the fastest. I got a GoPro and all that, but no shit, Twisted, do it. Like, but I definitely need I want a new camera.
You can see, oh, look at that beautiful sunset. Whoa, bright light. Bright light. Luke. What do you know, Luke?
Yeah, we're right by Nancy's house.
We're by Luke's house.
Oh yeah, 1985. Get in there, open it up, and use it. It's not hard. You can teach yourself.
We talked to Luke's next across the street.
Anything you want to learn, you can learn it on YouTube for sure.
Trash can. No. This was.
Yeah, man. They're letting the Bears go to Indiana, bro. That's crazy to me. And where they're putting the Bears stadium, there's nothing there. It's just going to be people from Chicago going over there. I don't get it. It's a weird move, man. Weird move. You're funny, 1985. That's like my Xbox. I've had my Xbox, the One X. I've had that for, I don't know how long, probably 2 years almost. And I've only used it maybe 3 times. I just can't get myself into playing video games anymore. I don't know why. I don't have time, I guess.
No, they put this out.
I do right now, but
Is there a car there?
Or is that the neighbors?
No, it's the neighbors. I was gonna say, what's going on?
that's that Luke guy's house. They had that wrecked car out front.
No trespassing. Right.
Ooh.
So this is how it all went down right here at this home. Luke's home. Somebody at the end of the cul-de-sac.
There's no video of the son while dropping her off. Nope. Nope. Thank you for the follow.
Everything's falling down.
You live there, you'd
No,
be
we're
pissed
going
off.
to Nancy's house
The
now.
neighbors are
We
mad.
did a little road trip.
Yeah, we just did a road trip.
The neighbors are mad. Get off my lawn.
Thank you for the heartbeat.
Get off my lawn.
Luke's house. It's quiet as a mouse.
Ain't even nobody there, it don't seem like. You hear the owl? Woo, 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 woo. They got the no trespassing signs now.
Thank you for the hearts, the roses.
Yeah. People are getting mad about it.
Oh, he's not there.
Nobody's been at Nancy's staying there.
They probably feel like the media is making a circus out of it. It's probably what the people think. At this point, that's probably how they feel. Like these media people are out here making a circus out of this. And they kind of are. I mean, but that's their job. That's their job.
It's basically been empty except for the sheriff's been there 24 hours a day for the last 24
Me too.
days.
A little bit, Lisa.
Or let's
Me
say
too.
22. Because they weren't there.
It makes it harder. She could be coyote food. She could be hog food. They got warthogs and shit out there or some shit. And it's known hogs that eat a dead body. The vultures out there.
Neighbor's probably like, they're just looking at his house.
Again. Welcome in, Vicky.
Yeah, she's gone for sure, I believe. I just have a little bit of hope, because I always have hope. I have hope, and if they did find her alive, I would be shocked. I would be shocked, dude. I would come up here and be like, well, I was wrong. There ain't nothing wrong with being wrong.
The neighbors around there have been pretty cool, right? I remember those two, like the Iraqi guy and the ones that came from Iran. There's 2 guys walking from Iran.
Yeah.
They were talking. They had the walking stick.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. They got them out there in the desert, too, man.
Nanos.
Fucking wild hogs.
Where's the Nanos press conference?
Big old fucking big-headed hogs.
How many press conferences has Nanos had? 3?
No, I thought it was only 2.
2?
Because he did the one the first
I'm not
night.
losing hope, Lisa. I'm keeping my hope, but my gut, like you says.
Outlet, he says,
She's probably gone.
This journal.
It's too long now.
Next question. This journal.
Yeah, they're boars. That's what they are.
Select questioning.
Wild boar.
Now we're not going to Annie and Tommaso's.
Thank you for the heartbeat.
They would see the buzzards.
All these cars.
I mean, they could have dug a shallow grave. I don't see them digging 6 feet in the desert, though, but they could have dug like a 2-foot, 3-foot grave and kind of shoved her in there. But I don't know, man.
Sun's starting to go down.
I think she's off the side of the road somewhere, and something's picking at her by now.
Murder, staged, kidnapping, handcuffs. 999 says murder stage kidnapping. First principles. Who stood to gain the most? Question mark. Question mark. Who saw her last? Question mark. Who is midlife 50 in a band with a burglary, robbery, felony conviction? Question mark. Who knows Nancy's home perfectly? Who is hiding? Who?
Yeah, Tommaso's not even in the country. You think they're waiting for Tommaso to get back and arrest him?
Something about stuff going on River and First. I'll pull up the scanner.
You think when Tommaso gets back, he's going to jail?
Pull up the scanner.
He went to the Olympics to work.
Look at the mountain as the sun goes down.
That's it. That's the shot.
Savannah Guthrie was supposed to host it.
Right there.
And
perfect day.
She said no. She didn't go. But why would Tommaso go? Wouldn't you want to be there for your wife?
Throwing tomatoes in the chat. Hey, she's still throwing tomatoes.
Yeah, I got tomatoes in the.
You got tomatoes in your chat?
I go on TikTok occasionally, and people are saying, "Where has
Kevin Lacey says he thinks Tommaso
hearts for Nancy, yellow hearts."
Yes, yellow hearts for Nancy, guys. Yellow flowers and yellow hearts.
For Nancy.
Yeah, but why wouldn't you just put that off, man? Your role is not even as crucial as Savannah's, and she didn't go. Why wouldn't you stay with your wife? Her mom is kidnapped.
Right.
It'd be divorce immediately material.
611.
Yeah, that's horrible. Fucking, you don't love your woman at all, really. Why would you leave your woman there?
Let's go down the one-way street on Nancy's and then we'll park.
Look at these roads, dude. At night, you can get out of there easily.
Appreciate it. Prayers from Arizona.
Like, look at these roads. Up and down, round and round, up and down.
Thank you, Mama.
I'm not sure what he does.
Overdose.
Somebody overdosed.
Donut.
We don't want to hear.
We're gonna go on
that.
the opposite side here. We'll go down the one-way street and show you what it looks like as the sun is going down.
Yeah, look at these roads, man.
The question is, where is Nancy? Oh
wow. They're in a hurry.
Think he's a teacher? Well, he might be over there just because he wants to be. Who knows?
That looked like the chef. Chef. Remember the chef?
There's a 40-foot cactus light up sign
Teacher.
1 hour away. All right. Interesting.
And maybe he's not at the Olympics for that reason, but I heard he went to the Olympics.
Military, I haven't seen them. They brought one guy and we haven't seen him.
How come we aren't seeing FBI going to anywhere? Like the sheriff's office isn't going anywhere to look, isn't going anywhere to check, isn't going fucking on a search party. They're not seen outside of their office.
Jogging.
Thank you, Ash.
That's not odd to you. They're supposed to be all over this case, but you see no one doing anything in person.
For the donut.
I mean, boots on the ground. It's like they're handling this right from the fucking office.
Let me see what that was about.
They're crazy, kitty.
Shelter. This is the opposite side of Nancy's road here.
Look at this road, man. It's like you pull over anywhere and dump a body.
These trails that take you into like I don't know what this thing is. Right here on the left.
And back to base. And
looks like a wash down there. / people's property.
I know, man. But yeah, that looks like they stumbled on this, y'all.
Wow,
it looks like this killer.
Okay,
I think they have to do an extensive grid search in this neighborhood. Literally, I think they should.
Well, they have that LiDAR technology too. Have you ever heard of the LiDAR?
No.
Where they can look underground like 6 feet.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
That's how they find a lot of these old civilizations now in the jungle. They fly over LiDAR and they can see all the. Thank you for the heart puffs. The roses.
Yeah, Cajun Navy's out there, I guess.
Thank you.
That's wild, y'all.
Thanks for joining. All right, where is Nancy? Look around Union Pacific, 8 miles from Nancy's house. The copper mines, they're kind of pretty well populated. I don't know if anyone would take them to a.
Hey, while I'm here, I'm gonna stop right here and put some of those things in the back so I don't have to carry it.
What's that?
Stuff in, like some of the food stuff. You want to just leave the waters here?
Yeah, mine as well. I don't think nothing's gonna get taken.
Matter of fact, let me just park here. I might as well just park here.
Yeah.
JLR's been out there, boy.
Thank you, Trudy.
Yeah, they're getting away with it, aren't they, CG? They're getting away with it.
We are here.
That's what I'm talking about right there, Chris. The people that don't get no footage.
Just park here.
He's with 857 Tucson. They've made quite the friendship while being there. Yeah, it's getting cold as shit.
That might be training.
Training?
I think, yeah, that sounds like a training.
Training exercise?
This place is going cold. Check it out, man. We've been here for 2 hours and 22 minutes on the dot, baby. I freaking love y'all. Thank you for hanging out with me all this time. I appreciate it. Thank you to the supporters. Let me bring you up and talk to you. I so appreciate y'all. I want to say thank you to Elizabeth for your $2 donation. I appreciate you much. Shout out to Melissa Atkins. Melissa Elkins. I am sorry, Melissa. Shout out to you for becoming a new member. Shout out to Katarina with them shekels, that 27 shekels, baby. Shout out to you, Wanda. Been here a month already. Thank you for being here. Shout out to Brooks and Gardens with the $4.99 drop. Shout out to Nana Banana with the $2 drop. And shout out to Jupiter with the $5 drop. I appreciate y'all. Thank you so much. You guys are awesome. I will see you guys again tomorrow, I hope. Hold on. Damn it. What? No. Hold on. What the hell? All right. Tyler Weathersby. Sioux Falls, South Dakota. His wife, Mona Lisa Perez, very, very suspicious. Ooh. Sheriff's another 84-year-old woman that got taken, and she's got no press at all. Yep. Love you too, Lily. I love all y'all, man. Stay blessed, y'all. Stay real. Y'all real. 100. Thanks for putting up with a guy like me all rough around the edges and stuff. You know, I don't do it perfectly, but we do it. Love y'all. Have a great evening.